Hi, and welcome to the Creation Summit. Thank you so much for investing in this and in your business. And I am so excited. I just can't even wait. So, my mission behind the Creation Summit really spurred from the fact that I have some clients that got beautiful branding photos and I hand them to them and they get them and they're so excited. And then they don't really utilize them to the full potential because they just don't know how. And so that's where I was like, you know what? I want to help my clients use their images. And AKA, really, that means to start marketing your business. So that's where this comes from. But one of the things I need you to do before the Creation Summit is define and develop your storylines. And so we're going to jump in today. I'm going to try and make this semi quick. So I'm going to talk fast, but you can screenshot it or pause it later on. So we're going to jump in on define your storylines for small business marketing. And just so you know, stories really are the most powerful forces on the planet to connect, persuade, and influence our mindset and beliefs and behaviors. It's also one of the most powerful marketing and leadership tools available. So, in this online world, which is just cluttered with forgettable messages, stories make us memorable. And they also are the powerful connections between the storyteller and the story listener, aka your audience. So, you might be wondering, like, what if we aren't telling the right stories, or what if we're not telling stories at all? Then we're honestly wasting time and precious dollars on things that miss the mark. So today I will help you choose storylines for you that connect, persuade, and kind of break through all that noise. So let's jump in. What are storylines? Again, storylines are content pillars or core themes that organize your content. They provide consistency and help your audience easily understand your brand. So we're going to focus on 3 to 5 storylines to really prevent scattered messaging and build brand trust. Your audience knows what to expect and can connect more deeply with your content if it's consistent. Also, one of the biggest things is that, excuse me, storylines make planning easier. You can create a content calendar based on your core themes, saving you time and mental energy, which I know as an entrepreneur, especially probably a mompreneur, we all need more time and energy. So, like one of the things somebody might come up with if they are looking for a storyline for their business. So, for example, a business or a bakery, a bakery might use themes like behind the scenes baking or customer stories to consistently engage with their audience. And we can do this across all platforms: social media, blogs, emails, really ensuring that your message stays clear. So, why are storylines important? The power of consistency. Again, it's ensuring that your message stays consistent, which builds trust with your audience. And when people see the same key themes over and over and over again, they associate that theme with your brand, making the business more recognizable. It also strengthens the relationship with your customers. So when they know what to expect, they engage more. So, for example, if you're regularly sharing tips or behind the scenes content, your followers will keep coming back for more. And then having defined storylines, like I said, saves you time by giving you a clear focus on content creation. And instead of starting from scratch each time you try to get on social media or write an email or a blog, you can easily plan around your core themes. And then lastly, aligning your content with these storylines helps you stay true to your business goals and values. And it prevents you from straying too far, which prevents you from straying too far from what makes your brand unique. So, selecting your 3 to 5 core storylines. Think about what matters most to your customers. What are they curious about? What problems do they have? One of your storylines should address their needs and interests. Paint them a picture, co-create a reality that hints at a better future for them. You'll need a specific person, challenge, imagery, and progression of feelings to kind of push you or help develop that particular storyline. But make sure you choose specific things your audience can relate to. You're painting a picture that they can repeat and remember. Reflect on what makes your business unique. Consider value or expertise you bring. For example, if you're a bakery known for custom cakes, one of your storylines could highlight the craftsmanship behind those cakes. So really what makes you unique. Next, look at trends in your industry. Are there recurring themes or conversations happening that you can join? Align your storylines with topics that are relevant but still true to your brand. And then finally, your storyline should reflect on your core values and missions, one of them at least. So if community involvement is a big part of your business, make it one of your themes. For example, a small business, like a local cafe, might choose sustainable sourcing, customer stories, and seasonal menu highlights as their pillars based on their values and their audience interests. Alrighty, so here's some real world examples. If you have a local coffee shop, their storylines could focus on sustainable sourcing, customer experience, and team stories. This gives their audience a behind the scenes look at the people and the practices that make their cafe unique, while also reinforcing their commitment to ethical products. A fitness studio, on the other hand, they can emphasize workout tips, client transformations, community events. These things not only promote their services, but also build a sense of community and motivation for their clients. A couple more. So, a boutique clothing store, their pillars center around, or can center around, style inspiration, product care tips, and new arrivals. Their storylines keep their customers excited about fashion and offer value just beyond product promotion. And Alaska Outdoor Tour Company, they focus on adventure highlights, wildlife encounters, and environmental stewardship. These pillars help potential clients visualize like the thrill of the experience while also showing that the company cares about preserving Alaska's natural beauty. So, how to use these in marketing? We're going to go into this so much more on the Creation Summit, but here is just a little snippet. So, once you've defined your 3 to 5 storylines, the next step is incorporating them into your marketing strategy. And a great way to do this is by creating a content calendar that rotates through your themes. This ensures that you're regular posting on each storyline, keeping your messaging fresh and engaging. We are going to have a content calendar for you at the Creation Summit, but it doesn't hurt to go ahead and start thinking about like, oh, can I do this theme weekly, or can I do this theme on Mondays, this theme on Tuesdays, etc. Repurposing is key. So, for example, if you create a blog post about your behind the scenes process, you can turn that same content into social media posts, an email newsletter, and a video. One piece of content can work across multiple platforms. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take your beautiful images and pair it with your core storylines, and we're going to start putting that both in conjunction with each other, putting that out there for the world to see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you kind of just read the rest of that, which, like keeping a balance between promotional and value driven and checking to see what works. So some of my storylines kind of go seasonal up here in Alaska. And I may talk a lot about my clients during the summer, more winter adventures and travel during the winter. And that's okay too, because in Alaska, we are very seasonal. But I want you to know that storylines take a while to gain interest with people. Some of them, man, they gain interest right away and people are hooked. And so just keep going with that one. If you try a new one and it doesn't seem like it's working, but give it a couple months. Don't just pull it right away. Okay, so I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but once this is kind of just an overview, I just want to reinforce that the message of consistency and alignment in your storyline should align with your business goals. So that's really big for your storylines, is just make sure they're consistent and make sure they align with your business goals. And then I really want to encourage you to reach out. So if you have any questions or you need help, I can send you some Chat GPT prompts. And just remember to create those 3 to 5 storylines. I need you to do this before. If you want to reach out to me, reach out before October 13th, but please just get your storylines done and into the questionnaire before, actually it's the 11th. Before the 11th when the questionnaire is done. If you have a few, but you don't know if you love them, you can reach out before the 13th and we'll go over everything on the 17th. And I am, again, so grateful you're here and cannot wait to see you on the 17th and 18th at Blue Water Base Camp. Have an awesome day. Please email me at lenaleephoto.ak@gmail.com if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon.